Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving into a story that literally bridges a massive cosmic crisis with the deeply human drama of an earthly kingdom. We're talking, of course, about the Ramayana. But look, we aren't just going to rehash ancient battles here. You probably already know the basics. Instead, we're going to explore the astonishing global footprint of this epic, the universal themes it champions, and the absolutely brilliant, strategic, divine origins of the heroes of Ayodhya. It's a fascinating mix of celestial strategy and profound human humility. To really wrap our heads around the sheer scale of this epic, we gotta look at how the French historian Jules Michelet described it. And actually, this is a quote famously echoed by India's first Prime Minister, Jawaharlal Nehru. Michelet called it a vast ocean with endless peace and sweet light. Think about that. This isn't just some regional story or localized myth. It is a literal ocean of universal human experience that speaks directly to duty, sacrifice, and love.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap. We're starting with the Ramayana's massive global legacy as a cultural epic. Then we'll examine the ultimate threat to Dharma and unpack Lord Vishnu's incredibly strategic human incarnation. Finally, we'll wrap up down on Earth with the Putra Kamesti Yajna and the birth of the four princes. All right, Section 1, a global cultural epic. So how exactly does an ancient Indian text cross oceans and centuries to become a pillar of world literature? Well, the secret isn't how it was shared. The story spread like wildfire, but not through invading armies or conquest. It was carried by messengers of peace. It's absolutely fascinating when you look at the sheer diversity of its reach. I mean, we're talking translations into almost every major language on Earth. German, French, English, Chinese, you name it. But it goes way beyond just reading. Over in Russia, the Ramayana has been staged as a revered theatrical play for years. And in Indonesia, it is literally a prominent central subject of their traditional folk art. It just deeply resonates across drastically different cultures. Now, bringing it back to its place of origin, the story went through a massive democratization process. Maharishi Valmiki originally composed it in ancient Sanskrit, right? But for the epic to really touch everyday lives, brilliant regional poets had to step up. Kamban translated it into Tamil, Krittabas into Bengali, and Sant Eknath into Marathi. But the real game changer? Goswami Tulsidas. He made the absolutely vital and, at the time, pretty controversial choice to write his version in Avadi. That was the language of the common people. He did this so everyday folks could directly access its profound lessons. And at its absolute core, no matter what language it's told in, the epic hammers home one central theme, Satyameva Jayate, truth alone triumphs. The story instills this unshakable belief that when autocratic powers, those totally intoxicated by their own strength, try to crush humanity underfoot, they're going to be defeated. And the kicker is,